Like, what was your guys' like mindset like going into this first show? You remember?
Don't drop my sticks.
Don't drop my sticks.
Everyone, I have a little too long. You know.
You're that one obsessed fan that just constantly follows them.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
That's your brother.
Yeah.
Going hard, and I like rolled my ankle, and I'm like so prone in doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like that's like so weak to get hurt in, like a mosh pit. Like I didn't even get punched in the face or anything. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Apartment 308 Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brian, and welcome back to the show called Remember That? Where me and a couple friends, we're just gonna, talk about some random memories, random stories, just, share some of the funny experiences we all have been through. Coming back for another podcast, you've seen these boys 6 months ago. It's the band called Tarnish. Welcome back, boys. How you doing?
Hey.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up, Brian?
As you can tell, we got Karl here, and this time we actually got the drummer Jack to join us today. Unfortunately, Dane cannot join us today. He is pretty occupied doing school stuff, but yeah, welcome, boys. How we doing?
Thank you. Yeah, doing great. It's very hard to get us all in the same place at once, even if it's on Zoom or Discord.
Right.
Even when it comes to recording new music.
Yeah, literally.
That's the hardest part when we're actually never really in the same room.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we're doing good, man. Stoked to chat it up.
Yeah. And speaking of recording and making new music, I know the day of we're recording this, most likely this video will be released next week. These boys just dropped a new EP called Things I Haven't Lost Yet.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Hell yeah. So before we start the episode, would one of you boys, quickly explain what this new EP is all about?
Oh, sure. Well, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's we've been writing it for about a year now, and the last time we talked to you, we had like probably half of it like written, but not we hadn't really narrowed it down. So yeah, it's just my take on it is that it's a collection of things that I've experienced in the past year, whether good or bad, and just kind of like it is what it is, and like this is how things change over time.
Definitely.
That's sort of, yeah. So it's kind of supposed to be like, I guess, a little bit of a story. But not a full-on like concept EP. But yeah, definitely it hits on nostalgia a lot. So it's great that this interview is called Remember That.
Yeah. So
yeah.
In collaboration with Tarnish here today, like I said, it's been a long time since I've got these boys onto the show. So of course they've done some stuff over the past 6 months. So today we're going to be talking about concert horror stories. The stuff that happens during a live performance, especially for these guys since they're the ones actually performing. But, we're going to talk about every concert that we've been to. If you guys want to hear more about concert horror stories, make sure you subscribe to Apartment 308 over on the YouTube channel, like and share today's video, comment, all that stuff. And if you're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your audio-only podcasts on, give us a like and a follow. Would really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if you're on Spotify, you could listen to our EP and then listen to this episode a week later.
Yeah.
Right.
Link it in the description below, baby. All right, gentlemen, you ready for this? Let's jump into it.
Let's go.
All right. So tell us, when was the last show you guys played at live?
I remember. We played in Oakland at a venue called Elbow Room. Actually, our best show to date.
Yeah, in Jack London Square.
Your best show today. Wow.
Oh, no, it was incredible. Yeah, that was our last show. It was our first Bay Area show, and it was so much fun. We had a bunch of friends come. We had a bunch of people we didn't even know come, and we were pretty confident. It was a good set.
Yeah. I think a big part of why that was so good is because all of the bands, we have a funny history of not playing with bands that sound a lot like us.
Yeah.
And we got to play with this band, Test the Waters, who we're good friends with, and just all the other bands on the bill too, just actually sounded like us, and I think the crowd was just loving that.
Yep.
Oh wow. Actually, just a curious question though, is how do you guys set up for these type of shows? Who do you go to? What website you go to? How do you set these up?
Yeah, so normally it's actually very casual nowadays. You can just Instagram DM a venue. And
really?
say, hey, I'm down for a show. Yeah, that's what our friend TJ did. He's in the
wow.
other band. Yeah, and he just hooked it up. He set up the whole thing and was like, yo, I want to make a pop punk bill where everyone kind of fits in and we just get a good group. And we did. We got a really good group. I would listen to any of those other bands. So definitely shout out to TJ and Test the Waters.
And to Giveaway and
Stealing Home. Yep. It was fun. It was like, you know, when you go to a show and you're only there for one band, like, I don't think that was the vibe for anyone there. Everyone there was like really stoked to see every band, which was really fun.
Oh yeah, I think that's like the best experience. Like, if you know more than one band at a show, then it's gonna be a really good time for y'all.
Yeah, exactly. And it was cool because we got to, you know, like, get to know the other bands and hang out with them.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, is like, was there any band like you didn't know there?
We knew Test the Waters pretty well. We had met all the guys like at least once or twice. We hadn't met the other two bands, but we had at least heard of like Stealing Home and whatnot. And I think we talked through Instagram. But then Giveaway was such like a pleasant surprise. We hadn't like met them or knew what their whole deal was.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about Karl, but I listened to them. Like, two of their songs are like in my on repeat on Spotify. Like, they're just the fucking sickest band.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, Brian, they're from
Quack quack.
And
What?
we didn't even know them.
No, wait, hold on. Did they go to the same high school as us?
Their bassist went to
Quack quack.
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yeah, and I had no idea. I didn't even like know him, and I think he's like our age. I'm pretty sure our grade.
Wait, what was his name again?
Chris Winrod.
I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't know him, but it was really cool because, they were definitely a pleasant surprise. They were really cool guys and girls. Their girl guitarist was awesome. Yeah, they were a really, really fun band. But and then we had kind of known of Stealing Home because we actually work with the same producer as them.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to Ben, New Tone Studios.
Fucking Ben, baby.
in
Quack quack.
your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really cool. We had a kind of a connection with every band.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after this session, I might just go to my old yearbook and find the guy you're talking about, because I feel like I've seen him and know him, but I can't remember.
Pretty
All right.
cool, yeah. So all great bands. Would love to play with all of them again.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Now let's talk about a concert that you went to, but you didn't like perform with or tour with. So what was like the last concert you went to?
Oh man, what was the last concert? I haven't been since COVID.
Dude, same.
Yeah, same. Oh, I remember. The last concert I went to, it was literally March of 2020. So like right before, right before lockdown and everything. Me and my sister saw Thundercat in SF. She did the honors of driving because I was like, I'm gonna get fucking ripped. And but yeah, that was a great show. But man, if I had known, like, you know, that'd be the last one with, you know, in the last fucking 2 years, man.
Yeah,
I would have just been that whole, you know, 6 months before, because there had been shows I remember, like, I'd been like, like, should I go? Like, nah, like, I'll just go see him in like a year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
1 year later, we're hit with the pandemic.
Right, and now it's like you can't do that. You can't be like, oh, maybe I'll see him again later because their next tour could get canceled.
Exactly, dude.
So
Damn.
so wild. I just remembered my last one was the Maine. I saw the Maine in Anaheim. My brother, they were touring. What was that tour called? It was really cool. It was off the album "You Are Okay," which was their second to latest recent.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember the tour name.
Yeah, it was really cool, and so it was the Maine with my brother. And my brother's like my best friend that like got me into all this kind of music. So it was cool that was the last show that I went to. And yeah, we were in Southern California visiting family. So we were in San Diego, and we were like, well, they have an Anaheim date. Let's just drive up. And
Yeah. And let's see, my last concert, honestly, it was in 2019, March 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And the band that I saw was One OK Rock. And,
nice.
And also, yeah, it's funny too, because One OK Rock, when I saw the lineup, it was One OK Rock, Water Parks, who I'm also a fan of, and then another band I didn't hear of called Stan Atlantic. And because of that concert,
that's a great lineup, dude. Yeah, those bands are all like very big now.
Yeah, like because of that lineup, or because of that concert, I became a fan of Stan Atlantic ever since visiting that show.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Sure.
One OK Rock, they've played shows with like Knuckle Puck and Neck Deep. They're very respected. They're from South Korea?
No, they're Japanese.
Oh, Japan. Okay, Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think like this Japanese band that kind of started off like exclusive in Japan only now is going international. I'm just like, yo, this is cool.
That's super cool, and people love them here. It's pretty cool.
Is that like a pretty new thing? Because I was with my parents last weekend, and they were like talking about music, whatever, and they were like, "There's this new like K-pop band that's kind of popping off."
K-pop
like,
band.
I don't think. No, like I know that they're not K-pop. You know, my parents are old, and yeah, like, I don't know if that's like if they're like newly just like popping off like in the mainstream or what.
Actually, though, like, speaking of K-pop, there was concert I regret not going to, and that was actually for a K-pop band called Day 6. They were performing in LA, funny enough, the same year, and, what was it? My friend in LA has been texting me, it's like, Brian, are you gonna go to the concert? Are you gonna fly down and see them? I'm just like, I really would, but one, I have no money, two, I got exams coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's bad timing.
I know, and my friend went with her sister, and I was just like, damn. And they even got to meet the band afterwards. I'm like, y'all are lucky.
Yeah, dude.
That is the best. I love when bands are just down to talk to people after the show.
Yeah, you have a lot of that.
Yeah, I have a lot of crazy experiences with that, which is really cool.
Yeah, it really sucks right now because Day 6 just announced that they disbanded. I'm like, fuck, I should have went to that last concert when I had the chance.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Man.
But the cool thing is, you're like you said, you're finding all these new bands just because you wanted to go see One OK Rock, you know? So
hell
it's cool.
yeah. Oh, I just remembered. It was so perfect for the One OK Rock concert. Like the day they were performing in SF, it was literally the day after my birthday. I'm like, I have to go to this.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And it was on spring break too. I'm like, yo, perfect.
Yeah, literally. That's
yeah,
that's a great scenario.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much all of the last concert we went to. Now, what about your very first concert?
Oh, Jack, you can go first if you want.
What was it? Oh, me and my dad, who took me to a couple of my first concert, actually. He's a big classic rock guy, big influence on me in that way. We went and saw Leonard Skinner.
Oh, nice.
In San Jose, I think. That was fucking cool. I think I was like 12 or 13, and I was just kind of like taken aback because everyone there, they were just like all way older than me, all like, 50 years old like my dad, and they were just going crazy, man. Like at the time, I probably didn't realize that they were just so faded, and people were just like putting their arms around me and stuff, like fucking dancing and singing songs. I'm like, oh, yo. But then my dad was like, that's how people get like at these kind of shows. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hell yeah, dude.
I love how we're like 3 or 5 minutes into the interview, and you keep mentioning like my parents were old.
It's the things they do, man. They fucking make it seem that way.
Yeah, old souls for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, my first concert was the Maine also.
Oh wow.
Saw the Maine with my brother.
Guessed that one.
Yeah, Tom took me to see them at Bottom of the Hill in San Francisco in 2011, I think, and I was in 6th grade. It was prime when I had my flippy Justin Bieber hair, and my brother put me up on his shoulders during one of their songs, and the singer like stopped the song, and he was. Yeah, and the singer stopped playing. He was like, hey, who's that kid? He's cuter than Justin Bieber.
Damn!
And there's a clip where he goes, you have a girlfriend? And I had like a 6th grade relationship at the time that wasn't a real thing. But I was like, yeah, and everyone was like, oh! Like, how old are you? And I was like, 12?
Dang!
It was really cool. And then I talked to him after the show because me and my brother went up to him because they do like free meet and greets after every show. And so I talked to him after the show, and he was just really cool. And he signed my water bottle, I remember, which was cool.
Yo, that's like as a 12-year-old, you would think that would be so surreal, but it actually did happen.
It was incredible. I've gotten lucky enough to have a few like cool interactions like that at shows, but that one for sure was cool because that's like the
whole crowd.
Yeah, and I think that was like the reason why I was like really like, okay, I like this scene now, because people don't. It's cool how the singers don't act like they're like above you. They're like, I just want to talk.
Yeah, I mean that is honestly a great thing where it's just like even though you're a fan and you're kind of what was it like your status is different from who you're seeing. At least they're like chill people to actually talk to.
Yeah, like everyone's just real people, which is cool.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
let's see, my very first concert, I think this was still like, I think this was probably like sophomore year of high school was my first ever show. I think the band, well, the headlining band, I think it was One Republic, but the band I really wanted to see was The Script, who was like, one of those pre-show bands that you always see. I was mainly there for The Script because they were my favorite band back in high school.
Okay.
And one of the greatest moments happened during that concert when The Script was playing. So there's this one song, I forgot what the name of it was, but the singer Danny, he was like, those moments where he's just like, you're talking to the crowd, you're interacting with them, and then Danny's all like, all right, this next song we're gonna play is all about saying fuck you to your ex.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
And then he sees a woman on the stage. It's just like, do you have an ex-boyfriend or do you have like a ex-partner? And she's all like, yeah, I do. And then Danny's all like, all right, what's his name? And the girl goes, motherfucker. And it's just like, Danny's just like, this can't be real. So he goes down to the floor. She shows her phone to Danny and says all like, oh my god, his contact name's literally motherfucker.
Awesome. That's so good.
Damn.
Yeah, and then the greatest thing happened. He dials the phone. He dials the number
Wait.
and starts singing the song. It's like, I hear this fucker talking.
That's amazing. Dude, I might have to steal that.
He's like, oh my god, he's got another fucking show talking shit about me.
Literally.
Like,
It's
he's
like
all
the
mad.
third band that's called me out.
Yeah. Like, first it was fucking Coldplay.
Yeah. That's so funny.
It was really funny because since it was my very first concert and I think I was still like 15 at the time, of course my mom had to go with me with my friends because we weren't allowed to go really out by ourselves. So when my mom heard that, she's like, uh-oh.
She's like, who is this band, Brian?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't expecting it either, so...
Yeah. I definitely feel that. I was lucky enough that my mom didn't have to like chaperone shows because my older brother did. And so, he was the one that got me into it. So he wasn't ever he was like, look, there's no rules. We're at a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is the number one rule when you go to a concert. There are no rules.
Right.
Sure, dude.
I mean, respect each other and then just have fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was the very first show we've all been to. Now back to you boys. Do you remember your very first concert y'all played live?
Oh yeah, we do.
How did it go? Tell me the story.
As a band,
Yeah,
right?
as Tarnish or like
As Tarnish, as all together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking to you like right before it, which was cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so fun. Our good friends in this band called Purist Bond down in San Diego hooked us up with just a show and a venue. They were like, yeah, we really want to get you on a bill, and just great guys. And then so we showed up there. It was like a 5 or 6 band bill, but it was this
Whoa.
really cool outdoor venue because that was the only way we could do it during COVID was because it was outdoors, and it had like AstroTurf everywhere. It looked like almost like a hotel like pool, almost like that was like the vibe of it.
Yeah.
It was like palm trees and like AstroTurf,
Like
and
classic
everyone-
SoCal style.
definitely
For
classic
sure.
SoCal style, but you wouldn't expect it because the entrance was like right off the freeway
Yeah,
and
it
like
was
some weird street.
It was like this
Wait,
warehouse
really?
looking theme.
Yeah.
Mm,
It was so cool, and a bunch of people showed up. We got really lucky for our first show.
absolutely.
Yeah,
On estimate, how many people would you say were there?
at least throughout the whole night there was probably like 200, I would say.
Yeah,
That's a
like,
lot
for-
for your first show. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for our crowd it was probably like 100 people were there. I would say like
Yeah, totally
50,
there.
50 people watching.
Yeah, because
Damn.
there was a bunch of on. There was like a bunch of like thrift vendors and people
Yeah.
selling like these cool
That's pretty
little
cool.
like
And food stands.
candies with like
Mhm.
tahini on them and shit.
Yeah.
That was fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
First show, I did not expect it to go that well.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, what was your guys' like mindset like going into this first show? Do you remember?
Oh.
Don't drop my sticks.
Don't drop my
Yeah,
sticks.
I have a little video. Everyone was like prepared in a different way. So I we all get nervous at different times. Is what we've learned.
Right.
And I usually get nervous first, I think, right?
Second.
Or second, yeah.
I get nervous first.
Yeah, it's usually me. And
Why
then
is it?
and then when we're about to go on, Dane's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Why is it just consecutively you guys get nervous? So it's like Dane, then Karl, then Jack. What's going on with that?
No, I think maybe we just pass it off to each other. I'm
Well,
like, all right,
yeah.
I'm done, and now I'm just gonna do it to you,
Well,
Karl.
yeah.
You gotta deal with it yourself.
Because
man.
like when Jack's nervous at first, I'm like, dude, we got this. Like this is what we practice for. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm trying to convince myself.
yeah, no, because usually I'm the one driving over there, and he's all hyped,
Yeah.
telling me all this shit. I'm like, bro, just like chill. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you fucking
Yeah.
talk right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally a game of hot potato, but it's just like past
Right.
the anxiety.
Yeah, no, and it's funny. And yeah, Dane usually is just so chill. Like he's just like, hey, you guys want to like get some food or like some coffee or something? And, like he does not. But then when we're about to go on, that's when it hits him. But then once we start playing, at least for me, once we're like into like halfway into the first song, I'm like, yeah, all right, we're good. Like,
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys do after you've done playing your set?
Usually get food. And then, well, if we try and stay for the other bands, obviously, like if there's people playing after us. So we'll watch them, kind of just like talk to people. That's the biggest thing. Like we'll just go around like meeting people and be like, you know, hey, thanks for coming and stuff. And then as a band, we usually just always get food and then just end up like playing Switch and crashing on Dane's couch.
I mean, yeah. After like a long night, honestly, just crash. Wait. Actually, quick question. Like, how long was your first set? Like, how many minutes or hours was it?
20-ish minutes.
It was, yeah, I think we played only five or six songs.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
20 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Since you guys at the time were still, really new, so
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, and literally the only song we played that was actually out on Spotify was 5 months.
Yeah.
Because nothing else was out yet, so no
Yeah.
one knew any. But that's what I'm really excited for with this EP is that people are
Same.
actually gonna like, because people already like Image enough that I know the next time we play Image at a show, like
Dude,
people are gonna sing
That's
it.
what I think about too. Like,
Yeah.
when those other songs are out that we play live now, people are like, hey, I know this one.
Exactly.
It's that meme of who was it, like Leonardo DiCaprio? It's just him just pointing. It's like, wait, I know that. I was there.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
and that's just yeah.
Hey guys, they're playing so and so.
For some reason, as soon as people make that connection, they're like, I like this way more now.
Literally, bro.
Yo, Tarnish is doing the thing. They're singing the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're singing it put out on the internet.
That's the song.
Yeah.
By the time this episode drops, go check out the new EP. It's gonna be pretty awesome. You guys are gonna like it. So that's pretty much first concerts, last concerts, all that. Now let's dive deep into going to or attending these shows. So first up, what's the earliest you've ever waited in line for?
Oh. I can say right away, Warped Tour, I think 2012 with my brother.
Oh my gosh, Warped Tour, dude.
Remember how long those lines were? I mean, they would go like all the way down the street. Like
I know.
It was insane. And so, yeah, and they'd have to wrap them around. And so I remember my brother being like, all right, we got to get up early. We got to, because it's in, Mountain View. So it was like, what, an hour and a half-ish from the East Bay. And he'd be like, we got to get up early. We got to get in line. We got to have food. We got to eat the food in line. Like all this stuff. He had it down. You could donate cans and you could skip part of the line. Which my brother made sure we did every time. If you donated like canned foods, you could go to like a way shorter line.
That's huge.
Yeah. So we had it down, but I still remember we did that once, and it was still like probably like 2 hours.
That's it?
But the line at Warped Tour was so fun because everyone's just excited and like.
Hey, do you guys know this band?
Yeah, and like there's a lot of like degenerate activities going on at 11 o'clock.
Degenerate activities.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Oh, sorry to butt in real quick, but what was your guys' reaction when you saw the When We Were Young lineup that's happening in Vegas?
I kind of was just like, wow, that's like cool, but Karl has a hotter take about that.
I was just gonna say my answer for that for the last question where you asked about shows we want to attend or play at.
Yeah. Because the moment I saw that, because I also follow the main on Instagram, and the moment they posted that poster, I'm like, this seems like a fever dream. That can't be real.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then,
I mean, it was genius marketing. I'll say that.
Yeah, and then I showed it to like a lot of different Discord servers saying like, yo, is this real? Everyone's saying it's like, yo, I'm buying Airbnbs for Vegas. Who wants to come with? I'm like, oh shit, it is real.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's real. Yeah, we're not gonna go. I mean, hey, if you want to go, by all means, have fun. But I just can't drop that kind of money.
That's the biggest.
Which is the biggest thing for me. And also, you know, I appreciate seeing a band on their tour when you get to see them play songs you wanted to play, and it's for longer than 20 minutes. Whereas with these big festivals, they're just gonna play their hits. You know,
that's true.
And it's like
their top 5 songs on Spotify, really.
Their top 5 on Spotify.
Nothing wrong with that. I just like if it's a band that I really like, I want to see like some deeper cuts.
Absolutely.
I mean, I get your point. Like, if there's like a smaller band, like you really want to give them more than just 5 songs. Like if you feel the vibe of this band, like, you know, maybe you want to dive into it more, and you know, hopefully, like you said, Karl, you want to get that genuine experience when they host their own tour.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyways, back to the question, Jack, what was the earliest you went in line for?
All the concerts I've been to are like an SF. I feel like me and my sister, we saw Rex Orange County in like 2018, I think.
Nice.
Ooh.
And yeah, I think the concert doors opened at like 7 or something. So we're like, oh, let's get there at 5. We'll be like right in the front. Long ass line, like all the way wrapping around the block. Like so many kids. Like I was like, oh man, these are just high schoolers. Like it was pretty cool. I felt like
these just high schoolers.
It was like I felt like all old. I think it was like the end of my freshman year in college. Yeah, so we got there like at 5, and line was just so long. We still had like, that was the first show I went to actually that wasn't like a assigned seating, so it did matter if you got there early.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it was still in like the middle of the pack, and I'm like a pretty tall guy, so it was chill for me. Then Annie was like a little like struggling to see, but yeah, it was just crazy because he wasn't even like super big at the time or anything, and I was like, nah, we'll be all right. And then we still had, we got there 2 hours early, and we were just so far in the back. But that just kind of made me realize, like, I mean, before, like, I don't know, I got into college, I'd never really dived deep into like anything too far apart from like mainstream music, and then he was like one of the first artists that brought me like away from that, like what was on the radio or whatnot, or like older classic rock and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, dude, everybody loves this shit. Like, and so that's just like the line being all super long for just like an unknown-ish artist like that. I was like, man, there's so much other shit out here.
Let's see. The earliest, I think honestly, the earliest I've ever been to a show was still the 1OK Rock concert, and so the day before, funny enough, my actual birthday. I had 2 of my friends over at my house, and then another friend from college come visit us and hang out with us. And I talked to this dude, and he's been to a lot of concerts before. And funny enough, he has his own band now too. So I was talking to him, and it's like, hey yo, so I bought tickets for the crowd, the floor area. How early should we be? And he said, get there as early as possible, even if you need to go in the morning. I'm like, that bad, huh? He's like, oh yeah, even for a band like this, you want to show up early. So I'm like, alright, we'll do it. So me and my friends, we got on the train to SF. But before we got in line, oh no, what's funny enough is like, as soon as we exited the station, we see the line already forming. Like, I'd say like, I don't know, like a good chunk of people over there waiting in line. And, me and my friends are just like, okay, we have time. Let's go eat food. So I went to Super Duper Burger, and all 3 of us knew we weren't going to eat dinner until later. So we ordered each of us ordered huge ass burgers, being like, this is going to be good for tonight, right?
Yeah.
And
that's awesome. Yeah, burgers are a staple for a concert, I think.
Dude, honestly, sure. Like,
yeah.
They carried us throughout the entire night somehow.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then. So
wait, how long exactly were you in the line though?
I think we ate lunch at around 1:00, and then we got in line, say like 2:30, and the doors opened at around like maybe 5 or 6. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you were camping out. That's cool.
Yeah, we camped out, and we were considerably close to the front. Not close, but just close enough. And it was so weird too, because I see my old friend from high school, and then another person from my same college, and I'm like, hey yo, where did you two come from?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, but it was great. Oh, the one thing that almost screwed us over though is that it was like what was it? It was like 4:50. The doors open in about 10 minutes. My friend had to go pee. I'm like, the BART station is right across the street. Run.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he had to
for
run. He
real.
had to run to a BART bathroom. That's even worse. You should have told him to just pee in BART. Just let him go in the bathroom. Like everyone else does.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, you know that BS thing in restaurants where it's like you have to get like a passcode to get into the bathroom or like a key.
Oh,
It's the worst,
That's
man.
why I told him run to the BART station.
yeah. Smart.
Yeah,
That's crazy, man. That's a pretty good one though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And our placement in the crowd was actually, yeah, again, not too far from the front. We were like almost in the dead center of it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, so that was my earliest time to get to a concert. Now, this is probably one everyone can relate to. But what's the most expensive ticket y'all bought?
Mine's I'm pretty lucky as being mostly just a pop punk emo kid my whole life. The most expensive tickets I ever got were like Warped Tour, which was $50.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah.
makes... Wait, $50? Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure general admission was only $50.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that, like 60 or 70.
Maybe, yeah, it could have been like 70 with like processing and stuff.
Yeah.
The price of just the ticket itself was just like 50. And
That's amazing.
yeah, and I mean, I would go see like my first time seeing like Knuckle Puck and Mayday Parade. It was like $20 tickets, you know, that's what I
Mhm.
love about the music scene of yeah, kind of the stuff we're into. Yeah, I think that's the most expensive. I usually spend all my money on merch, so I try to like get cheap shows, and then I'll spend like $40-$50 on like a sweater or a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that contributes to the band a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jack?
Same with Karl. I mean, the bigger shows I went to, my dad bought the tickets, so that was great. I think when I saw Steve Lacy, it was like $40 or like $50 or something like that. But yeah, nothing
Oh,
too
wow.
crazy. Which, I mean, yeah, that like Karl was saying, that's the perk of seeing, not these
Giant bands.
the artists or bands who are playing at like, basketball
arena shows.
arenas or
Yeah.
stuff like that's always like $200 even for way up there.
Yeah.
I know, the Day 6 concert, like, the cheapest ticket was like $230 something. And
Unreal.
then,
Wow.
well, the thing is, like, a lot of K-pop bands and K-pop groups always have the most expensive tickets. If you try to look up BTS or Twice tickets, you're gonna know they're gonna exceed over like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is insane.
Yeah. There's a lot of hype with K-pop, like a lot, and I feel like I have such a bigger audience than a lot of people like think in the U.S. And they just know that they can sell those tickets. Like,
Yeah.
That's what you call marketing, baby.
yeah, literally,
If you know they'll buy it,
yeah.
that's all that matters.
Build it and they will come.
Yeah. See, the One Ok Rock concert I went to, I bought a friend a ticket and they paid me back. So the One Ok Rock tickets, they were $60 each, so I spent $120 for 2 tickets.
Oh wow, that's
So
pretty good.
yeah, so I'm just like, that's a decent steal, and it is my birthday, so why not? But there
Absolutely,
was a bad story to that, how that happened.
Uh-oh.
There was this one person I was gonna take because she was also a huge One Ok Rock fan, just as me, and I was there with her when I asked her. It's like, yo, One Ok Rock is playing on my birthday, and it's on spring break. Do you want to go? And she's like, 100% yes. So I bought the tickets, and she was there right in front of me. Like, she was next to me on the laptop. I bought it, got the ticket sent to my phone. But then as the days kept getting closer and closer to the show, I never got paid back. She never paid me back. I'm like, what the
Oh,
Yeah.
he sucks, dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's BS.
Like, I got really mad at her. It's like, it's been weeks since I bought these tickets. Are you actually still gonna go to the show, or am I gonna have to sell this ticket? And she never got
Yeah.
back to me. But
Yeah.
instead, I did give the ticket to my roommate. He did pay me back in time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then another friend of ours came with us too, because he heard that me and him were going. It's like, wait, let me come with you. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But then after the
He
concert,
did,
yeah, but then after the concert, like I did talk to her, it's like, what was going on, and she said like she was dealing with a lot of financial trouble. She was in hella debt, so but she's still trying to make it up to me. I'm just like,
That's
all
cool.
right, we're cool now, but
Yeah, that's
But also props to you, dude, for like being understanding about that. I feel like I would just like be so mad at that person for a little while.
yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
$200, you're just not going to pay me back.
yeah,
And it's not, I don't know, just like a concert ticket. You could have just immediately been like, nah, like I don't have the money.
Yeah, and then you could be like, okay, I won't buy another one,
Yeah.
or I'll resell this. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. But like I said, I'm glad that she and I talked it out and understood.
Yeah. Well,
But in terms of just like a singular ticket, I think probably the last concert Paramore held a few years ago, and I spent like $70 on it, I think.
That's not bad at all for Paramore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the show, and I got a hella good T-shirt for about like $20 at the venue. So I'm like, this is cool. This is so worth it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Paramore live, I've never seen them live, but I can't even imagine.
I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah,
She's such a good singer.
literally.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just remembered something. When you said Warped Tour, you reminded me of someone I knew got in for free because she somehow got a job to interview some of the small bands.
Oh yeah, that's the
Hey.
thing. People would get like press passes and stuff. Yeah, I remember seeing people that were like, I'm just a YouTuber, but I'm following the whole Warped Tour. Like, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like when she told me that, I'm like, I am so jealous of you right now.
Yeah.
Hey man, once 2024 comes around, Brian,
2024.
that could be all you, bro.
Literally, man.
Oh shit! Actually,
Who knows, man?
You could interview us if we get on a festival.
hell yeah.
You'd be like, nah, this is our guy Brian. He's cool.
Yeah, I'm all sub B, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just thought this up, but have you what about VIP passes or VIP tickets?
See, I'm against those because
Really?
I think because I think bands should just I like what I really like about the Main is that they do a free meet and greet for every show. And
Really?
At Warped Tour, yeah, because they at Warped Tour you could just go up to their tent after their set and they would just like say what's up to you for a sec. As long as you didn't annoy them for like too long, Come on, we got four people to talk to.
You're that one obsessed fan that just constantly follows them.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
That's your brother.
Yeah, but they had this sign and it said, "Why would you pay to meet a person?" And I just thought that was such a good point. And all these other bands got so mad because they're like, "Dude, you're screwing up our paid meet and greets,"
Yeah.
But it's really true. Like that's if you want people to stick around and actually like your band, you should just talk to them and not charge them. I think that's going to do a lot
Be
more.
a real
Rather than
guy, man.
Yeah, rather than having them pay to just you to make small talk for a little bit and it's awkward, you know? Like,
yeah.
For sure.
Like honestly, amen to that. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying it right now. Tarnish will never do a paid meet and greet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really
Let's
thought
go.
about that, Karl, but
Mhm.
like, if you're one of those, I mean, most artists and bands, I'm sure do that if they're big enough. Like,
Oh yeah.
you just kind of, you're putting yourself on a pedestal, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
you have to pay an extra $100 if
Exactly.
you want to, whatever. Like, that's messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. So we really are taking down capitalism. I'm kidding.
Yes.
We are the
communist band.
No. We're kidding. We're kidding.
Yeah, we love the government.
Yeah. But
Heck
honestly,
yeah.
fair point, Karl. Really fair point.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right, moving along. Now let's talk about the more fun stuff when it comes to the concert, aka those moments in the crowd. I
yeah.
mean, you can apply this to the show you've seen or shows that happened when you performed.
I told the story earlier about what happened with the Main, right?
You did.
Yeah.
So that counts, but I have one from one of our shows and then one from a show that I went to.
Okay. Lay it on us.
Yeah, so from a show that I went to, the story so far, I got to see them at do you remember the Walnut Festival they would do in Walnut Creek? Every year?
No, I don't think I've ever been to the Walnut Festival.
Okay, it was just like a little Walnut Creek, it looked like a state fair kind of.
Oh,
they had,
okay.
Yeah, and the story so far played there for free because they're from Walnut Creek, even though they're a huge band. Even at this point, even they were getting huge. And I remember I went with my friend, and they went to Northgate, right? Or at least one of them did, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned something like, "Hey, does Miss So and So still teach it at this school?" And the crowd was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Well, fuck her."
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, "She's the only person that told me that I'd never do anything with my life because I didn't go to college."
Wow.
And I was like, "Yeah, it was so funny, dude."
God damn! What a way to see. I thought calling out your ex-boyfriend was bad, but calling out your old high school teacher like that.
That's so savage.
Yeah, it was really, really funny. And then at our shows, my favorite moment by far was when we played at the Shea in San Diego, and during the breakdown of our song "Image" that I left, there's a really fun part where there is vocals, but live I don't do the vocals because I like to just jump in the crowd. And so last time, we did. I put on my mask, of course, and just ran into the crowd to just start the mosh pit myself.
Hell
during
yeah!
The breakdown, and everyone else was still playing the song, and it was really, really fun. It was that was people I think
that was
appreciated it. Yeah,
it was so hyped, dude. Yeah.
Wait, Karl, if I remember correctly, from the last episode when you and Dane were on, didn't you say you were about to break a guy's arm or something?
Oh, yeah. Darren Kaiser? Because...
Why?
Because Dane was like, yeah, he's probably gonna come to our show, but he might not because he has a broken arm. And I was like, I'll break his other arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember.
I wasn't talking any shit. I don't even know him. I just thought it was a funny thing.
Wow, Karl.
Yeah. And I remember you put that in your little highlight video, Brian, where you're like, well, it's just me going, then I'll break his arm.
Yeah. On this... Hey, that's what you call clickbait.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Right,
I'm sure this episode we've already given you plenty of clickbait.
Yep. All right, yeah. Jack. What were some of your favorite crowd moments?
I mean, I've never been to like punk shows or pop punk shows like Karl has. Really, I guess like the coolest thing that's really happened was that when I saw Thundercat, the opener for him was this up and coming rapper called Guapdad 4000.
I know him.
Who is like fairly big now, and he was wearing his do-rag, and Thundercat was doing a song called Dragon Ball Do-Rag. And so Guapdad comes out after his opener, and Thundercat was playing, and he starts doing the song, and that was like one of Thundercat's bigger songs. So Guapdad comes out, and he's wearing his do-rag, and like it's like the best part of the song or whatever. So he takes off his do-rag, and he's just like showing the whole crowd his waves and stuff, and like takes the mic, and like everyone was just like, oh. And like it was just super hyped, and like damn, he's like, look at my waves, blah, blah. That was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Nothing like crazy or like I don't know how you want to say like whatever Karl.
Sassy.
Yeah,
sassy. Nothing like I'm pulling out this fucker because they said I wasn't gonna make it. Like but still getting the crowd hyped up.
Honestly, like the only fun story I had was from like most of the stuff I'm gonna say is from the 1OK Rock concert. But I remember like the lineup. Like as soon as Stan Atlanta came on, these girls kept mosh pitting like every freaking song. I'm just like, y'all are crazy. And then what was really bad, one of my friends almost got dragged into it, and he's never been to a concert like that before where he's in the crowd. So I literally had to drag his ass out of there and be like, I am trying to save your life right now. Do not go into that pit.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Pits can be, a lot for some people, especially if you're not used to it, and you have to gauge the seriousness of the pit. It's like, is this kind of like a mostly chill pit where we're just kind of acting like we're moshing, or are we throwing our hands everywhere and swing kicking,
Yeah.
Or are we doing a game?
Yeah. Or are we two-stepping?
Yeah. Two-stepping?
Yeah.
I mean, what other...
funny.
I mean, have you guys ever gotten hurt in a mosh pit, or...
Yes.
I did. One of our when we played at the Shea, actually, it was a sick band called Lost Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were the last band that played that day, and I was just like going hard, and I like rolled my ankle, and I'm like so prone in doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like that's like so weak to get hurt in, like a mosh pit. Like I didn't even get punched in the face or anything. Yeah. Just fucking twisted my ankle. Like that's so whack.
I've been kicked in the head before.
What the hell, Carl? Okay, hold on. How did this happen?
Warped Tour Story So Far was playing on the main stage, and it was Mountain View, right? So it's their hometown show, basically, because it's the Bay Area. And so many people were just going crazy for them. And again, I was with my brother. My brother's going to love this episode. Yeah. And he's like, I'm the goat. Yeah. And so, like, we were just moshing, and the crowd was just so packed. Like, it was just insane. And people were crowd surfing over. And so this one person, like, gets thrown off from the crowd surf and just kind of, like, kicks the back of my head.
Oh, really
shit.
Hard.
And I was like a freshman in high school, I think. And I remember I like sat down for a second. Everyone was like, oh shit, like give him some space, you know? And then my brother was like, you good, man? You good? And he said I just looked up to him with like crazy eyes and then just went back into the mosh pit. Just went right back into the pit.
Wow.
Because they started playing one of my favorite songs. So I was like, oh, I'm good. Like
I can just, oh my.
Yeah, I think it was Aftertaste. But
nice.
yeah, it was really cool.
Carl, you literally went, I didn't hear the bell. Put me in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thankfully I've never gotten hurt because the only crowd moment was when OK Rock. Every other concert I went to was just me in the seats, and most of the time when I'm in the seats, I'm just dancing.
Yeah, sure. That's fun because you have your space.
Yeah, honestly. Dude, I remember actually in the one OK Rock concert, like, dude, my body was so sore after the show because you know how everybody is. You try to take a video on your phone, but there's always like someone taller than you, like blocking your way. That happened
to
me too many
show. Yeah.
Dude, like when OK Rock was doing like their last song, like I tried to record it on my phone, but then this really tall man was standing right in front of me, and he was wide too. He was a chunky man.
Tell him, bro.
And I'm just like. And here I am trying to raise my phone over his head, trying to record One OK Rock. I mean, honestly, the video I shot was really good. I'll probably throw it up on screen right now. Like you can see, you'll see the band, like they're singing, everyone's waving their hands at them. It was so cool. But then, as soon as I put my arms down, I heard a crack in my shoulder. I'm like, "Ow!"
No.
Because I was holding up my phone for like the whole song.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous, dude. I've dropped my phone so many times trying to do that at a pop punk show. Like,
dude, it's so bad.
Yeah, especially if like you're trying to record like the breakdown or like a part where it gets really heavy, and then you start recording and then everyone just starts moving at once, and you're like, oh. But, yeah.
It's especially it's especially dangerous too because most of the girls I've seen at that concert were wearing like those really thick boots, and I'm just like, oh shit. I see those thick boots, I'm like, I ain't putting my phone under there. No.
Dude, they got the docks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough, man.
That is rough.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I just thought of another thing, but I know you already mentioned yours, Karl, but crowd surfing moments.
Yeah. Do you have any, Jack?
Nope.
My brother is the king of that.
Is he the one tossing people, or is he the one riding the wave?
Oh, he's riding the wave. I mean, both. You kind of have to. You got to give a little to get a little. You know.
You gotta push a little.
My question is that after you're done riding the wave, how the hell do you get back to your group, or do you just stay in the front?
So usually if you land on the stage, the security guards will help you. They'll like grab your arm and then pull you down, and then basically, you know how there's like the barricade. Like they'll walk you to the side of it and then just let you back in. Yeah. So then you go back into like the middle.
Yeah, because those same girls that were doing the mosh pit also kept doing crowd surfing when Water Parks was playing, and you know they keep crowd surfing at every song. I'm just like, I look at that group. It's like how many girls are they gonna send up there? Shit. It's like did they bring a whole pack, or how are they reloading the clip? Like.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Do you know the song Tantrum by Water Parks?
Yes, and I think they played it at that show, which I was really happy to.
That's like their hardest song by far. Like most of their stuff, like Jack doesn't really know of them too well, but you know, Brian, they're kind of like softer pop punk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that song's like their really hard one. That's like purposefully very emo, and I imagine the mosh pits to that would be really, really fun.
Yeah, like the two friends that I brought with me, they were only there for one of K-Rock. They haven't heard of Water Parks or Stan Atlantic, so when Water Parks came on, they were just like, "Yo, this band is fucking awesome." I'm like, "See, I told y'all, y'all."
Hell yeah!
Listen up here, homies.
Yeah, literally.
So, another thing I do want to ask. So, we've been through the whole concert. You guys performed. You had a crowd go in. Now let's have a mini debate. Best place to eat to after every show.
Oh. See, it's changed for us quite a bit. I feel like it's never consistent.
I definitely remember my favorite, but yes, it's been a lot of different places. Like we never see what we'll do every time we play in SoCal.
Yeah.
We always go to this burger place.
Yeah.
Like for sure,
Ooh.
like pre-show.
Yeah, before the show. Yeah, this is to get our mind right.
So like that's one thing that's definitely in it. We all are like, okay, that's the place for sure. But post, In-N-Out one time was so fun.
Yeah, In-N-Out. Fair, good answer.
That's great after any event. What else have we gotten after shows?
That one taco place in San Diego. We got tacos one time.
Yes, by 1835. Forgot what that was called, but those were really good. We went to what's it called after the music video, but Stadium Pizza.
That was good.
That was great. Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a set one. I think we should though. We should start making like a set place.
I mean, it could be a debate for a future this or that episode, but we'll see.
Oh, I'm down. I mean, you need Dane on for that episode though. That man loves
Is Dane the connoisseur of food for you guys?
Well, you know what, Brian? Here's the thing. I wouldn't call him a connoisseur of food because
he's not here.
He's big on his Hungry Man frozen dinners.
He's also not here,
bruh.
I cannot clarify enough that he is not here.
Dane is not here right now, and I don't know why. But he's not.
Where he is, but he's not here.
Dane, if you're listening, we miss you.
Where are you?
Dane, you know what?
I'm getting worried.
Dane, you know what? I wish you were here, but you're not, and I don't know where you are.
No, but Dane is the foodie. He loves to like go out to places to eat, so I'm sure he would have a very strong opinion on this.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I think Dane would for sure. This is what Dane would say.
Well, whenever he's here, it's L4. He always wants L4.
Oh, he loves. That's like this little
Mexican place,
grubby Mexican place, drive-through, open 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's his thing. He's like, let's go to the place that is like old and is like the most greasy and is open 24 hours always.
Yeah.
Okay, to be honest, I wasn't expecting those type of answers. I was expecting more of fast food, because me and my friends from school, we always say Taco Bell or Jack in the Box for us.
Oh, me and Jack love both of those. And when we're recording an album,
Jack in the Box.
All we eat is Taco Bell and Jack in the Box for like a week. So.
I mean, to be fair, those two restaurants are like the life saviors for when you're out late. Like no matter what you're doing, you could be going to a show, a party, you're high or drunk as fuck.
So
yeah,
right. Both. I actually got Taco Bell this morning.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. When we recorded the EP, there was a Jack in the Box around the corner from the studio, so every day for lunch, Dane would go get Panda, which was right next to it, and me and Jack would get Jack in the Box. The tacos and
I'd get tacos and a Junior Jumbo Jack.
Junior Jack.
And they would never give me sauce, man.
Yeah, they didn't give us sauce.
What the heck?
Yeah, no, dude. I think it says you have to pay extra, and we would always ask after the fact.
Yeah.
See, what did we say about capitalism? I mean, what?
Right? you gotta retitle this episode, man.
Yeah. The funniest part, though, is we would ask our producer, Ben, be like, we're going to get food, you want anything? And he's like, where are you going? And we're like, Panda and Jack in the Box? He's like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay. What's your take on going to Denny's, then?
Oh, so fired.
Love Denny's. We need
Hell
to go
yes.
there more.
Denny's is a lifesaver.
Denny's, man, you never got to scale it with my bro.
Oh my god, I know. I never got the 2-for-$58 value meal with you. Unreal. Me and my brother would go to Denny's after every Warped Tour. That was like a tradition.
Hell yeah, dude.
At like 2 a.m. or whatever, like when you get home and you're just tired.
Even though the times I went to Denny's wasn't for a concert, like I remember like me and my roommates, we stay up past like midnight or 1, and then all three of us just like Denny's.
Yeah, dude, it's always gonna be good.
Hell yeah. Well, I always get the skillet, or if I'm feeling extra, I just get a shake too.
Oh,
Dude, always. That's the
Hell
only
yeah.
correct thing, honestly.
I love their shakes.
Their shakes are
I
so
really do.
good.
They're so good.
Dude,
And they give you so much
fire.
extra in
They
the
have the
little
whole
Dude.
tin cup.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. So
especially
fire. Like that's milkshakes.
especially when I order the Oreo milkshake and they actually are generous with the amount of Oreos they put in there. I'm like, yes.
Yep.
That is the best thing on the menu, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
I do really like the Oreo milkshake.
If this
I
video
also
gets
like-
enough of likes, we'll do a fast food restaurant episode.
Yes, sir, dude. I would love to. We could go review at Denny's.
Oh my God, this is so fun.
Yeah,
Denny's, we're looking at you. Please sponsor us.
yeah. And let us play a show inside of a Denny's.
Yeah.
I can't imagine just
It would be amazing.
all three of you inside a Denny's. Y'all are tearing it up, and everyone in the crowd is just like throwing pancakes and shit like at each other.
People wouldn't be down because anyone who's ever eating at Denny's is just like tired.
That's true. That's true.
No, but imagine though, just like you talk to a Denny's manager and be like, tear it up.
Yep. No, that'd be sick. That'd
That'd
be
be
really
awesome.
cool. We got people standing on the tables. It'd be sick.
Squirting ketchup at each
Squirting
other.
ketchup.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Literally.
the cost though of doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that people generally like when you play in venues that are like not supposed to be music venues.
Yeah.
So we should definitely look into that because that would
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be cool.
But speaking of that, before we wrap up today's episode, remember that, can you tell everyone what are your future plans or future shows you guys got in store?
Oh man,
We have a decent amount, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we really do, right? I mean, what's our next? Our next show is February.
Well, so yeah, our next confirmed show, where we got a lot in the works. Next
Yeah.
confirmed is February
21st.
21st at Mottos.
Yeah, in SF,
In SF
the Mission
Ooh.
District.
with band One Flew West. I think they're from Colorado.
Yep.
You know, they're-
Damn.
Yeah, it was cool. They just hit us up and they were like, "Hey, we like your guys' stuff. Like, do you want to open for us? We're from Colorado, but we're playing in SF." And we were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that sounds great."
Like they're
Dude, that's
yeah,
awesome.
I was
Yeah.
like kind of tripping. They have like a decent amount of plays on Spotify and whatnot.
yeah,
I was like, dude, of course we're honored.
yeah, it was really cool.
You know what? Just to help you guys out, buy the tickets in the description below.
Yeah,
Tell 'em, Brian.
yeah. We will have that link by the time this is posted. 'Cause,
Yeah, so it'll be next week. So
okay, yeah, we'll have the link for sure. Yeah,
so
dude, that'd be
finally,
awesome.
I will post something that's actually on time.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one's coming up.
That,
What else? There's a show in San Diego in the works in April, which is going to be huge.
yeah.
Ooh.
There's another show that is still supposed to happen. We don't know when. It was supposed to already happen, but we're supposed to open for a rather large pop punk band. San
Ooh,
Diego.
shit, let's go.
Yeah, I guess I mean, they're called Just Friends. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No, I haven't heard of it.
They're actually from Berkeley, I think. And they're
Hell yeah.
taking over right now. And we have an opportunity to open for them. So that'll be pretty cool when that happens.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We got that, and then talking to a couple of venues in SAC as well.
Yep. Trying
to get at least one more show in February
Yeah.
up here in NorCal.
Yeah, we're going to be busy.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what we like to hear. That you guys are busy. You guys are willing to play live and reach out to the community of musicians out there.
Absolutely,
Of
man.
course, my guy.
Yeah, and like we were doing that for so long. Like me and Jack were mobbing to San Diego like every weekend for shows for a minute, and then we kind of just haven't had shows mainly because of COVID. Okay, if I'm being real, a lot of it has to do with COVID.
For
Because
real.
Me and Jack got COVID. Dane got COVID like 3 times. So-
I know.
so,
I'm like,
we've had to
how?
do a lot. I can't wait to get ready to get back into that mindset of just
Yeah.
playing shows constantly.
For sure.
Also, general reminder for every listener out there: get your shots now.
Get your shots, man. COVID was
Get 'em.
not that. It wasn't that bad for me because I had my shots. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Honestly, yeah, get your 2 shots, get your booster, show off your vaccination card. Just we are trying to
Yep.
stay safe here, people.
That's literally all it is, man. Just get a shot and then you can come into the show and we're all cool.
Not
Like,
an alcohol shot.
well, those help too.
Those help too.
Use your gut like a probiotic.
Yeah.
And honestly, what a great way to wrap up today's episode of Remember That. Thank you so much, boys, for joining in.
Of course, man.
Thank you, man.
Anytime,
awesome.
Brian. And like I said, let's get some Twitch stuff going.
Hell yeah. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Remember That. Make sure you check out Tarnish's links all in the description below. Buy your tickets for the February show and hopefully the April show too, when that link is ready. Yeah. Check out their music. Check out their new EP, Things I Haven't Lost Yet. It's going to be a banger. I promise you that. Yeah.
Staying up for that one.
Hell yeah.
Staying up. Thanks, Brian. You're the man.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you.
No, it was honestly an honor to have you boys on again. This is fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is too much fun.
I had a great time. My first time on the pod, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hopefully we can get Dane next time. The whole Tarnish band here.
We could do that. That would be huge. But then by that point we'll have like a new band member, and then he won't be able to make it.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Apartment 308 over on the YouTube channel, like and share the video. And if you're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts, give us a like and a follow. And in the comment below, tell us how much you love Tarnish and any other concert stories you guys have for us. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Haters.